got 10 o'clock, so I'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is a regular Commissioners Court meeting for County of Starr, Monday, February 28th. To welcome everyone and thank you all for being here. Let the record show that we do have quorum, everyone being present. If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any public comments?
None, Your Honor.
Going down the agenda, first is to approve the vendors list. Mr. Pettis.
Yes, good morning. You should have a copy of the new vendor list in front of you. There's 2 new vendors. We reviewed those and we recommend that they be approved.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moved and seconded to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is claims, Mr. Pettis.
Yes, again, you should have a copy of the claims report in front of you. We reviewed the claims and we recommend that they be approved.
Moved and seconded to approve. Discussion. All in favor, please aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We do have one presentation, and that is by Julia Basan, Executive Director for the Area Health Education Center. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners, and thank you so much for allowing me the time to be before you this morning. My name is Julia Basan. I'm the Executive Director of the Area Health Education Center located in Laredo, Texas. And we serve Webb County along with other counties around the area. And we have been very blessed with the Texas Department of State Health Services has awarded us a contract to come and do outreach in your community to motivate people to get vaccinated, whether it's the COVID-19 vaccine or the flu vaccine, any vaccine that will help prevent any illness so that the health resources that are available in your community are utilized to the fullest, and preventive medicine is always key. So I am here to stand before you to invite you to join us in this initiative and to kindly ask that you allow our team who is with me today. And let me introduce the team of the Area Health Education Center, Ms. Carla Garza, who's a certified youth mental health first aid instructor. Ms. Virginia Morales, she is the Continuing Education and Academic Programs Coordinator. And Ms. Hazel Medellin, who is another Academic and Continuing Education Programs Coordinator. And all of us combined with volunteers, and we're hoping to hire a couple of people at the local level, will be doing outreach, education, awareness, motivation. We want to be here, part of your community, and present about the importance of immunizations to your community. I know that most of us understand it, but there's some residents, just like in Laredo, that need motivation, that need additional information so that they can make an informed decision for their community and their family. I want to acknowledge Ms. Fuentes because she has been very kind in allowing us to have this time in the agenda with your approval, Judge. And I just want to say thank you for allowing us the time. I'm going to see if any of you have a question. I'd be more than happy to answer for you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for making the drive. I know it's quite a drive from Laredo all the way down to us down here, but we appreciate you all coming down and offering your help and assistance. I don't know if we have any questions. So, just I guess to clarify, y'all will be having presence here. Where in the community are you all going to be?
We are going to partner with all of the entities that are already doing outreach to enhance what they have. We don't want to come and reinvent the wheel. We want to come and enhance what you are already doing, whatever the school system is doing, the public library. If there's an agency that's creating some kind of health fair, we want to be part of it to enhance. But more importantly, we're going to train community health workers to be boots on the ground so that they can interact with families and answer questions they might have.
Gotcha. Any questions? No, thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Judge and Commissioners, and we brought you a little token appreciation for your time and to let you know that this is not the first time that we've been here, but we wanted you to meet the staff, and we will have other volunteers so that when you see us out in the community, it's your community, and we want you to know what we're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can everybody stand and we take pictures?
You want to sit in front?
Yes. Yes, just like kind of in the back. So maybe I probably need to get some chips.
If you'd like, you know, to be in a picture, she's gonna take a
I
picture.
can take it.
You take this thing. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry I took this chair.
Okay, let me take it with yours first. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let me take it with my camera. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see.
Thank you. I see Mr. Monia.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
So
Thank you so much.
if it's okay with the board, maybe you would go into executive session so we can go in and take care of executive session items, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. It is 10:12, and pursuant to section 551.074, we'll go into executive session to discuss order of salaries and for information. 10:45, and we're back in open session. I'm sorry I hadn't seen Jimmy back there from Weinberger. Your items 9, Freda?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, let's skip to item number 9, and this is an action item on a resolution for private bid received for TS 12-90. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Jimmy Gonzalez from Linebarger. Just to give you a little update or a little background on this case, Linebarger is tasked with collecting delinquent taxes, taking judgment on cases if we don't collect them, and selling property that we foreclose on. Usually when we sell property, we sell it at public auction, so that everybody can see what's going on. It maximizes profit to the county, and it's transparent to the community. At times we also are allowed to do, and at certain times we also do private bids, where property is bid off to a private person or entity. Usually we do that to a city or a school or a county if they want to make a park, for example. We also do it on certain hardship cases, and that's the case I'm giving you today. What happened in this particular case was we took judgment on this case back on the tax case back in 2015. And what we did is we sent letters to this owner, we made telephone calls, we actually went to their house and put signs on the fence and on the property and knocked on the door. No one ever answered, they never paid. And it was many years, so we filed a lawsuit against them. After we filed a lawsuit, we served them property under the law, continue to make phone calls, send statements, knock on their door, no one ever responded. So we took judgment against them. After we took judgment against them, we put the property up for sale. And again, we put signs on their yard, knocked on their doors, made telephone calls. The property was so much in disrepair. The roof looked like it was falling in, the windows were boarded, the property had weeds. We actually marked it as abandoned. So we went to sell the property back in June of 2016 and it did not sell because the amount of taxes owed and the property value was so high, so nobody wanted to bid on it. So at that point, when that happens, nobody wants to buy it, it gets struck off or it gets owned by the entities. In this case, Starr County, South Texas College, and Rio Grande City Gruya ISD. So at that point, we go try to put it back for what's called a resale, and we just take the highest bid. It keeps going down, the numbers. When somebody bids, it starts going up, so we can get the most we can. Before we did that on this case, we got a call from the record owner's brother-in-law, who stated that the record owner was in fact living there at that house, and that she was mentally disabled, or mentally ill and physically disabled, and she was a shut-in. She never left. She had nowhere to live. And the brother-in-law didn't know that it got to the point where she was there living by herself, basically, you know, and had nowhere to go. So we got in negotiations with him to pay the taxes. And he would pay here and there. We never put the property back up for sale because we were trying to work with him. After some years of this, we finally came to a point where we needed to negotiate with him to see what we can do to make a substantial bid on the property. This gentleman came up with $15,000. And he promised to make up to $40,000 in repairs to the house to make it livable. And he promised to pay all the current taxes so it's back on the tax roll. Because when it's with the entities, it's tax exempt property. So he promised all that, and after reviewing it, we decided it was a fair amount. It's less than what the property taxes are owed. So for example, for Starr County, there are currently, on this particular property, $20,000 or so in taxes owed just to Starr County. With the $15,000 bid, the county received around $6,300. So it's a lot less. But the benefit is, it gets back on the tax roll. It's not the liability of the county anymore because the liability of his brother-in-law now. And that's what we're asking you to do. All the entities have to approve. We went last week to South Texas College, and they approved the resolution for this private bid. Went last week to Rio Grande City Gruya ISD, and they approved the resolution for this private bid. And that's why I'm coming to Starr County Commissioners Court today. All the entities have to be united and unanimous in order for this bid to go forward. So that's what I'm requesting today from the commission.
Let me ask you, I think I know what you're talking about. If there, according to them, there was a law that would protect them because of the illness of the lady that's mentally ill, and apparently they hold that they couldn't sell the property.
That's correct, Commissioner. There is a law that if a property owner qualifies as, for example, in this case, disabled, we cannot initiate a lawsuit. And if we are in a lawsuit, we have to non-suit the case. And if we take a judgment and we're going to sell, we can't sell. We have to stop immediately. What happened in this case, Commissioner, is that because she advised nobody, we had no information, she basically waived all those rights. So it came to a point where it got struck off to the entities, and she basically at this point she's not the owner. It's the entities are the owners now. So she ran out on that ability to do that. So at this point, it's a hardship case. We want to give it back to the brother-in-law. It'll be under his name, not the disabled sister, his sister-in-law. And he'll begin to pay taxes and keep up the property. And we don't want to, our goal is we don't want to displace this woman and have her.
So your recommendation to the court is that we accept like the other entities have?
That's my recommendation, Judge, is a resolution here. I'm asking the court, or Your Honor, to sign, allowing the private bid to this.
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much, I appreciate you.
Thank you. Okay. Let's go back to item number 7. And this is an action item, that's to extend the declaration of a disaster. This is just house cleaning.
Motion to approve, Your Honor. Second.
Moved in second, all in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 8 is an action item, and is to approve the renewal of the collection fee of 3.5 for the college. It's something we've done for many years.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 10 is an action item, is to approve the resolution in support of Operation Linebacker, grant number 994-708. I believe this is the same one we've had all along.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
And this one doesn't have any problem with the audit?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, any funding that has problems with it.
These are the,
I'm sorry?
are the same grants as we've done.
It's the same grant that we've always had.
Yeah, Blair, let me, but this, are vendor hold or not?
We haven't received any notification on
Are you receiving the money in?
Yes,
It's been coming in.
it's been coming in with,
Are they coming in, Mr. Pettis?
Okay, I think someone made a motion.
Yes.
Did I get a second?
Yes.
Second, all in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 11, also to approve Operation Stone Garden, local agreement between the County of Starr and the District Attorney's Office, County Attorney's Office, PD, Roma PD, Rio PD, Roma PD, La Ria PD, Escalades PD, Brooks County Sheriff, and the Kenneporto Sheriff's Office.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Moved and second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 12 is an action item, and this is to approve the 2021 Operation Stone Garden sub-recipient between the Starr County Sheriff's Office and the District Attorney's Office.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 13, also a action item, and this is to approve the Stone Garden grant award for the District Attorney's Office.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 14 is to approve a resolution for grant number 2993108. This is the local border security program. Grant cycle for 22-23, authorized submittal of grant application to the Office of the Governor, and authorizing the Starr County Judge to authorize official for the project from the District Attorney's Office.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And item 15 is also an action item, and this is to approve a resolution for grant 3685805, this Operation Stone Garden, for grant cycle 22-23, authorizing the submission of grant application to the Office of the Governor, and authorizing the county judge as the authorized official of the project.
Those move. Second, Your Honor.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 16 is an action item, and this is to approve donation in the amount of $245 from Medina Electric.
Precinct 2.
I have a
Second,
motion.
Your Honor.
Moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Items 17 through 23 are budget amendments. Are those in order?
Yes, those are all in order.
Motion to approve, Your Honor.
Second.
Moved in second to approve, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And the last thing was what we discussed in executive session on the order of salaries. Is
Motion to approve, Your Honor, based on what we discussed with Armandina, the HR, Your Honor.
Second.
moved in second, discussion. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Moved in second. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Opposed?